Seems really weird. The way we're kind of starting out this new year of 2016 on a probably the most unusual of all circumstances. Starting off with yet again another tragic loss in the world of music, just as we were finishing reeling over the loss of two other greats, Stone Temple Pilots Scott Weiland and Lemmy Kilmister of the legendary Motorhead. Today now we give our farewell salute and our utmost gratitude for David Bowie, who sadly passed away early this morning at the age of 69, secretly battling, or secretly rather engaging in a battle with cancer for the last 18 years. And as much as he could, as hard as he fought, the biggest impact, besides his outstanding musical legacy, is his 25th studio album titled Blackstar, which was released not too long ago, a few days ago, like around the 8th of this month. And I will go on an album review of that much later. But for now, we pay our respects, we pay our tributes, and we pay our eternal debt and gratitude to this wonderful artist. For about 4 or 5 decades, multiple generations, this single man, David Bowie, has pretty much like put the word reinvention on the musical map. Sure, the Beatles were the prime innovators, were the main were the main trendsetters of that word reinvention. They were still to this day remain the prime example of the beginning of a reinvention. But David Bowie was really the one who really signified and really kind of stamped that word right into the musical landscape. What does it mean for an artist to reinvent himself? To call David Bowie a chameleon is really aiming at the core of who he was as an artist. He was not an artist always remaining content with a particular sound or a particular style. He was always a person who was always changing gears, changing styles, and changing his musical palette, and just expanding beyond the realms of most other solo artists of any genre that I can remember. Not to mention his outstanding influence stretches far back beyond music itself and into the realms of art, and even into the realms of fashion. His influence on those mediums in particular, and even beyond that, like extend far-reaching, and that really speaks volumes and is a testament of the artistic courage that this man has displayed over the last 4 or 5 decades, maybe even more, of his professional career, and has inspired countless of musicians, countless of artists, of painters, of all kinds, and also fashion enthusiasts of all kinds. He was maybe even apart from Michael Jackson, I think Bowie continues to remain a significant influence in the realm of fashion and the realm of art. Ironically, as I'm making this video, I also mentioned Scott Weiland, that he had once mentioned that David Bowie is one of his, or was one of his, or even, was one of his main influences of his life as far as his fashion is concerned. And kind of eerie that I say that now, with both these musicians now gone, but to hear that from Scott Weiland amongst millions and millions of others is an understatement. David Bowie's music will ever remain a permanent staple, not just in culture, not just in art, not just in fashion, but even right down to the fans who have stood by him for many, many, many years, and even right down to artists such as U2. Without David Bowie, without his influential Berlin trilogy, his style of reinvention would not have ignited the spark of bands such as U2 to really reinvent themselves, to really tread new, different waters, to really go outside of what they perceive to be their comfort zone and to explore new territories. Like, David Bowie is practically the, whether you call it either the king or the prince, or in my case I say the king of the reinvention. Everyone from Trent Reznor to Nine Inch Nails particularly, U2, Stone Temple Pilots, the list goes on and on and on, and it could be here all day. But this is a farewell. This is a eternal thank you and eternal gratitude to Mr. David Bowie for his significant contribution to all forms of media, to all forms of art, and all forms of fashion, of video, of visual art, of everything. And may David Bowie rest in peace. And definitely going to be getting a review of David Bowie's final studio album, Blackstar. So if you join me in giving a farewell salute to Mr. David Bowie, a fantastic gifted musician. He has given so much over the last 4 decades, and we are eternally grateful and thankful for you as an artist and as a human being. And see you on the other side. And say hi to Scott for us if you see him. Farewell, Bowie. Music, the world is a lot emptier place without you, but it's more fuller because now we have your music to remember you by, and that will always be forever. Farewell, Bowie. Rest in peace.